Welcome to Bitboy Crypto, where our mission is to empower you to have financial freedom through crypto assets. And if you like the sound of that, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe. This is Around the Blockchain. We come to you at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, talking about crypto with your favorite crypto guests. And today is no exception. We have on that top right, someone I'm going to meet for the first time less than a week from now, Altcoin Daily. Really looking forward to that. Then in the bottom right, we have wearing perhaps the coolest hat known to mankind. It is Ash Ketchum. I'm sorry, that is Jayson Capser. Then on the bottom left, always a good time, always read it out, but sometimes he does it on the green days too. It's CryptoBlood. It's the green chair, you could tell. And then on the top left side, we have Ben Armstrong. Speaking of green, he's got the green machine and back looking clean on the scene. But today we're going to be talking about crypto tax wins. Ooh, I like a tax win. Getting girlfriends if you're in crypto. Oh, God, some of you better be hanging on to these words. And then Solana is broken. We're going to be talking about Solana. And if you heard a little bit of a noise right there, it just started pouring down rain out here in Atlanta, Georgia. So, yeah, we're going to be getting right into it. But before we do that, everybody, you know what time it is. It's time to travel that globe with the black and white plane, even though it's rainy out there. Don't worry, there isn't no delay. But there's a little delay in the Bitcoin gains. We're down about 0.13, which is funny. We were just slightly above green not even a minute ago. We have Ethereum down. Now it's up. Everything's just flipping and flopping, moving all around. So we're looking very, very flat for the 24-hour section right here. Now, Jason, I'm going to bring it to you. Is this a safe time or is this a scary time since it's kind of just, kind of going flat? It dumped down a little bit, then it seemed to bounce.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, really, if we're on the larger term timeframes here, it's not necessarily anything out of the ordinary. We're simply just trading in a sideways range. So let me pull up a chart real quick. We can see that we came down and we put in a bottom here, which was actually a very, very significant bottom. In fact, I quickly want to highlight how significant this was. If we take a parallel channel real quick, and we look from the all-time high that we put in the spring to the all-time high that we put in November, and then we take it down to the summer lows. I don't know if you can see that we have come down and perfectly bounced off the bottom of this channel to the exact dollar. And it was also the highest volume node that traded during this whole summertime over here on certain exchanges. This is actually Femex, but on Bybit, it was actually the lowest volume node. And so this is actually kind of a good sign. And what's happening now, the reason why we've gotten such a dump lately is simply just because we are trading in a sideways range here. We've come to the top of the range. And these shaded candles here, this is called a value area. Whenever price comes outside the value area, it most likely comes back down in. We came outside the value area on February 1st, and we put some really bearish divergences on Market Cipher B. Market Cipher B never lies. When you see bearish divergences on the 4-hour time frame, those juicy uneven butt cheeks right here, where price is making a higher high like this, and the momentum on Market Cipher B is making a lower high, that means we're going to dump. And right now we're underneath that center point, so I'm actually looking for support lower down here, but right now we actually put in a triple bottom on this weekly level right here, holding as support very, very nicely. If we're unable to come above this white line right here at about 37K, I'm looking down to these lows right here, about 35,000. And if we lose that, then I'm looking down to the value area low around 34-ish. And I'm actually kind of optimistic that we are going to get a relief rally here. I know I've been saying that for a while, but when we look at the weekly time frame, look at Market Cipher B right here. It's about to print a big old juicy green dot. And even in the worst of downtrends, a green dot on Market Cipher B on the weekly time frame has not given us less than a 30% move to the upside. So I think we're not necessarily overly bullish or bearish right now. I think we might get another move to the upside, but overall, I think we are going to come down more just based on some of these higher term time frames.
Real quick, Jason, when is that weekly dot in, or when is the weekly candle close?
The weekly candle closes at the end of the week, Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday, like 10 a.m. or something like that. Okay. All right, cool. Thank you. I'm feeling a little bit better heading into the weekend, but let's talk about a crypto tax win. We have some good language coming out of our house. Let's see. It's Representative Susan Delbene. She's introducing a bill. Essentially, we want to stop the IRS from taxing crypto transactions under $200. Her quote was, she wants to ensure that our tax code evolves with our use of virtual currency. Now, Ben, can you explain why is this a big win for crypto?
Yeah, I think that when it comes to tax laws, they're murky at best. And, there's a lot of gray areas. And, some of the stuff has been put out there, commonly known at this point by most of us that are in crypto. I mean, look, when you make a transaction, it's taxable. If you just sit your money in an account, in a wallet, and you never touch it, it's not taxable until, of course, down the road when you sell it. However, if you're trading with it, each one of those transactions technically is, a time where you got to pay a tax. A taxable event was the word I was looking for there. Now, if you're a smaller trader, like let's kind of bring this to Ethereum, okay? With Ethereum, if you're a small trader, you can't survive without using something like Polygon because the gas fees, while they're a little bit lower today, the gas fees for Ethereum will eat up your profits. You'll basically, if you're making $100 or $200 trades, I mean, you're going to have to be doing basically doubling your money just to break even on a trade. So it's just not feasible over the long term. Well, if you apply that to our current tax laws, what we've seen with, crypto, when you got people out there that are trying to, inch up and trying to trade, and every time they're getting hit with a capital gains tax on a transaction that's, $37, that doesn't make any sense. The capital gains tax laws are put in place in order for the government to collect money from people that are making substantial amounts of money. It's not supposed to be, anyone out there who makes a single dollar, the government comes and takes it. And, eventually it might be about that. That's why people get tax refunds, right? Because the government understands on some level the fish that, contribute the least to the overall, economy in terms of, income. You don't want to be pulling money from these people. They can barely survive as is. I mean, look where we're at in the world. I mean, somebody that, makes $40,000 or $50,000 in the United States, like that's not enough anymore to get by with the out of control inflation that we've seen. So what this does is if this gets passed, number one, it's, a win for the average person, a win for the real retail trader. But number two, this has the opportunity to bring a lot of people into trading that may have been hesitant and waiting on the sidelines because, they want to get started, but they don't want to have to pay taxes on every, transaction.
Yeah, and the chat is letting us know how they feel about taxes. Spoiler alert, they're not big fans of it. If you're in the chat, make sure you hit the like button. I never saw that one coming.
Paying taxes is a good thing. It means you made money. Remember that.
It means you made money. Now, CryptoBlood, we're getting this news on the same day that they're saying staking, you're not going to be taxed for staking crypto. Earlier in the week, we had India saying, they're tacitly endorsing crypto. They're going to, introduce some taxing legislation. Are we kind of setting ourselves up for a perfect storm for another DeFi resurgence?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, with taxes, as Ben talked about, I think that's a great move that they're looking at that. But I think it needs to be higher than that. I think it needs to be 1,000 or 2,000 or 5,000. $200 is just simply too small. I can't buy a pair of Gucci's with $200. So, I need that to be bumped up a little bit, people. But as far as staking, that's what business I'm in over at EOS Detroit. We stake in a number of blockchains, 6 of them actually. And, that is important. That was a big news for us because that really would affect our business. So that's a good move, I think, because as more blockchains come out, we're not going to be working with proof of work blockchains. They're going to be more so proof of stake or delegated proof of stake or some derivative of that. So that's a good win for us for sure.
All right. And I'm definitely going to ask you some more EOS questions with this third topic. I'd like to pick your brain on that a little bit. But Altcoin Daily, we all know crypto taxes are very complicated. I'm pretty sure, I'm not going to do my own crypto taxes. I don't think you or your brother are going to be doing your own crypto taxes anytime soon. Where do you point people for when they do bring you these crypto tax questions? What's a good resource for them?
Great question. And I'm no tax lawyer. I'm no aficionado on U.S. taxes, so always consult a professional. And DZ, thank you for having me back on. Awesome to be here. Love the Altcoin Daily around the blockchain collabs. I have an accountant. because I am just, scared that they'd make a crypto YouTuber or somebody in the spotlight set an example. So I want to be extra careful. I'll pay a little bit over taxes just to make sure I do them right. That's my mindset. Who do I point to? I guess there's a few different services, soft pieces of software that you can use to do your taxes. My accountant is using TaxBit because I hear that's the one that the IRS has deemed, has given the thumbs up to, the green flag to, saying this is the one we like. And all these different softwares can, maybe calculate a little differently. Maybe they're all the same, but the fear is, I don't know if they're using the exact same formulas. So if you're doing crypto taxes, I guess TaxBit would be the one to use in the IRS's mind.
All right, that might save you a bit of money at the end of the day as well. Now, with us, capping taxes or for events under $200, Jayson, this is definitely going to help the smaller traders, the ones that like to do the little altcoin on a little bit higher leverage. Make a couple dot here, couple dot there. Now, do you think that is possible that the government is actually looking out for the little guy here?
Do I think it's possible that the government is looking out for little guy? I can't answer that yes and say I'm being honest. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I do think
hold on, Jayson. IRS just entered chat, so just be aware of that.
Oh my goodness, man! I know where this goes from here now. But I think there's a white van outside with no windows. They're coming to get me.
Whoa, Jack.
What Ben was saying earlier about this does open up a good doorway for people to potentially get into trading, to get into crypto in general, because people are hurting out there, right? Inflation has been insane, and it's not going to get any better. And if anything, the way I see this is it's giving people a window of opportunity where they can actually make their life better right now, because we do have a really good opportunity to do that. And even now, like you said, smaller retail traders who are scalping for maybe a couple $100 here and there, that's a lot of money if you're doing that every single day and you're not being taxed on it. And so I do think there's now incentive to get more people into crypto, which, again, I'm all for getting people on board with this stuff because I'm heavily invested in it and I really believe in it for the future. And so therefore, the more people who are getting into it, the better it is for us, right? The better it is for the space and for the assets. So I don't know if the government's helping anybody.
Well, it's okay. And
Yeah,
I
we'll see.
understand you getting heated, being from the farm. You really care, when they do close those doors. But let's get to the lightning round.
Just real quick. I
go
want to say
ahead.
one thing real quick. I find that offensive, Jayson. Look, the government has helped out Nancy Pelosi's portfolio in incredible ways that we've never seen in the history of investing. So that's not true. The government they are helping people. It's just the people that run it that they help.
They need to change how they classify crypto, in my opinion. I don't think it needs to be an asset, for those capital gains. It needs to be
I agree.
classified as something else,
Yeah.
Agreed.
Hopefully it will evolve. But let's get to the lightning round real quick before we lose too much time. We're gonna play a little game called Name That Agency, and I'm even gonna go first to give the guests a little bit of time. There's a good chance we will have a crypto agency control these things, exactly what we were talking about, just kind of like the SEC. I want you to give us an acronym, a few letters, and then just tell us what it stands for. I'll go first. I'm going to say they're going with ACDC, American Crypto Department of Compliance. Kind of sounds good, right? The ACDC. Altcoin Daily, I'm going to go with you first. What do you got? Just give us anything. It could be 2 letters.
I think the perfect acronym would be BBWT. In Brian Brooks, we trust. Not Bitboy Crypto, although he's a good guy. In Brian Brooks, we trust.
All right. Jayson Capser, you got something for us?
Yeah, it's going to have to be the UEBCIA, the Uneven Butt Cheek Inspection Agency.
I don't know what I expected. Don't know what I expected.
Taxes.
Okay, CryptoBlood. What do you got for us here? I'm almost afraid to ask at this point.
The FUC.
Yes, and that stands for
Undisclosed Crypto Committee.
All right,
FUCC.
You get a point for that. All right, Ben. I should have started with you probably. Ben, what do you got for us here?
Well, I just came up with it on the spot here. I'm going to call it the GRC, and this is going to simply stand for the Get Wrecked Crew.
All right.
Because
With
when they
the
show
R,
up,
not
you
a
know, you're
W.
getting wrecked.
All right, and let us know in the chat what you would come up with. Really, I'm sure y'all come up with some good stuff. But now let's talk about getting girlfriends. That's right, crypto girlfriends. Those things don't mesh. What are we talking about? The past, over this past couple years with the lockdown, studies have come out. People are looking for partners that are financially savvy. Have a firm financial footing, if you will. So, they had a poll go out, and owning crypto may make you more desirable on the dating scene, is what the study finds. Now, Blood, 33% of people who use online dating apps are saying they're more likely to date someone who mentions a crypto portfolio in their dating profile. 1 out of 3 people. Are you shocked by this? Why or why not?
Like Kanye said, I ain't saying I'm a gold digger, but I'm not gonna finish that one. But
I
I
can't
think
say
that I think yeah, that's appealing. I think that's right on point. I was actually at the AT&T store a couple of days ago, and I whipped out that crypto.com card, and oh man, they all started flocking around. Man, I was just like, yeah, I love this.
All right, so you're not shocked by it, is what you're saying?
No, not at all. This is definitely, this is what the millennials and this is what everyone that looks at crypto, they think if you're in crypto, you're a billionaire, trillionaire, you're getting money. And so, hey, that makes sense to me.
All right. I like it. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense unless it's crypto,
It
of
don't
course.
make
All right,
dollars,
well,
it don't make sense.
altcoin, normally, we refrain from saying the names, but Austin, I'm talking to you, Austin, here. I'm talking to Austin, not half of Altcoin Daily here. One half of Altcoin Daily has a girlfriend, the other half doesn't. Austin, is it time to make some changes to the Tinder profile and switch up some pics? What do you think?
Well, if there was a way that I could show my crypto in that Tinder profile, hell yeah, I would do it. And I'm almost scared that I missed my chance if this bull market is coming to an end and I'm still single. DZ, did I mess up?
Well, no, 20% actually said if you had an NFT as the profile pic, you're more desirable. I'm sure it was 40% dudes and 0% females, but let's just assume it was 20 of both genders. Would you consider putting up an NFT?
Cameraman, I want you to put the camera right to me, and I'm going to ask all the gentlemen to kindly step away. Gentlemen, step away. Ladies that are single, thank you.
Lowered expectations.
I am looking for a love that is immutable. I'm looking for something that is censorship resistant. I am looking for my one-of-one NFT. And you know that I have lower time preferences. So when I hold on to some love, it is going to be real. I want to centralize my love to you. And if we make it, if we start dating 5-6 years, that is going to be the vows I say on our wedding day.
All right.
Ladies,
Cannot reverse that transaction.
You can't. Don't worry. He doesn't use the 1 minute candle. He's at least a 15-minute chart guy.
Oh
all right. Now,
that
Ben.
was
long
gold. That may be the
blockchain
best
over here.
segment
It's a
on the
long
show in
blockchain.
history right there.
That was a pretty good answer. It was a solid answer. Solid A+ there. Ben, what does this say about the world of crypto? I mean, is this a good sign? Is this a bad sign?
Yeah, well, I think Blood, hit it on the head there. I mean, talking about she a gold digger, I think when it comes to like, look, men and women we're designed a little differently. Women, they, for the most part, not all women, we know some women are very independent and whatever, but they kind of look for a nest builder. They look for somebody who has something going on in a positive direction, someone that they can look and see themselves having a family with. And a key component of having a family is being able to support that family. And when they're looking at someone who has crypto, is communicating really, in my opinion, 3 things. Number one, it's communicating to them that, this is someone who is, interested in the cutting edge. It's someone who, isn't super risk averse, which if you're not great looking, then you're hoping he's taking a risk on you, But the second thing that it says is that, this is someone who, may potentially, down the road have something that could support a family. This is a person who's got money, they've got a job, they're heading in the right direction. And I think the other thing that it speaks of is that this is someone who probably already has disposable income, because if you don't have any disposable income, you got no business in crypto, So just by having a portfolio, period, that's communicating something to, the crowd you're trying to draw in there. But I think also really thinking of the age demographic of, online dating. For the most part, we're looking at people in between, 25 and 39, somewhere around there, I think, is the vast majority of these people that are using this. I think all the kids are just using Snapchat these days to date. So I think if this was over the entire population of people that date, maybe it would be a little bit lower because you'd be factoring in those older generations. But look, I think that, just because someone owns crypto, that certainly doesn't mean, that they've got a lot. So, this could be some good catfish material, like, oh, I got a few Bitcoin. Cool. What you doing?
All right, people, it's time to Photoshop those Coinbase accounts. Now, chat, you guys are killing me with the comments. I said Altcoin Daily is married to Bitcoin. Don't worry, he might not be monogamous. He is always posting about Polygon. Now, Jason, I'm going to try to ask you a serious question.
Quite a swing trader. He's quite a swing trader.
He's a swing trader for sure. I don't know why I'm trying to ask you the serious question here, but, let's bring it back down to a little bit here. For a long time on your channel, I remember watching, probably about a year ago, you didn't show your face. It was presumably somewhat of a security concern. Now, do you see a potential security risk with people perhaps, advertising their crypto portfolio, advertising they have an expensive NFT?
Well, you know what I think, DZ, and this is a very serious topic, but
sure it's a serious answer.
I want to give some. It is. I want to give some dating advice to the people, the ladies out there specifically, because here's the thing: I'm a technical analyst kind of guy. I'm a swing trader, and whenever you're buying any kind of asset or investing in anything, you always want to buy low and sell high. And one of the things I really like about my wife is she was able to buy low when I had no job and I was basically living in my parents' garage. And now I'm making enough money because of all this crypto trading where she doesn't even have to have a job, and she's thinking about selling high. So what I'm trying to get at here is, if you're looking for a relationship out there, you might want to try and find somebody who doesn't have any crypto yet, because if they've already got it all, man, you're FOMOing in, you're buying the top. Do you really want to buy the top of a relationship?
Jason, you don't want your wife to sell at the top, then you lose 50%, brother.
Jason, would you say you're overhyped, you're overheated right now?
I'm oversold. I'm about to print a big old red dot, uneven butt cheeks. I can't even walk straight right now.
Okay, so she caught you at the bottom. I'm guessing it wasn't the infamous concert where you were on top of the speaker. Not that. She wasn't there.
What was the speaker talking about?
Oh, man.
Let's just say it was swinging to the left, swinging to the right. It was covering both sides of the fence. You know what I mean?
And Jason, you said that she has a younger sister, or she doesn't, or I didn't catch that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the younger sister's about to FOMO into a Bitcoin relationship right now. So,
well, all right. Well, speaking of relationships and things that sometimes are fixed, sometimes are broken, let's talk about a little Solana here. Solana going down yet again reminds me of the old famous quote. We're not even going to go there, but yeah. So, someone on Reddit, they're posting, "Is Solana the ice cream machine of McDonald's in crypto?" If you really think about it, almost kind of makes a little bit of sense. It's going viral on Reddit. It's like 750 comments as of now. Now, altcoin, these layer one protocols, they haven't really been stress tests close to Ethereum or even close to, Matic. I know you always love posting about that. But we're seeing all these issues with Cardano. We're seeing all these issues with Solana. Do you think that is yay or nay? Is it the ice cream machine of crypto, Solana specifically?
Solana is the ice cream machine of crypto this season, this cycle, because it's always breaking down. My question, though, is what's the salad? What's the Big Mac? What's the McRib? Let me paint this picture, DZ. EOS is the salad, meaning it was hyped up. It was hyped up forever when it first came out last season. Tons of money went into that marketing, but nobody really gets the salad anymore. Big Mac, that's Bitcoin. It's a classic. People like it. Not really anything interesting or new going on with that, but it's the standard. What's the Coke, DZ? The Coke is Ethereum. Goes with everything. No matter what else you get, you're getting a little Coke on the side as well.
I thought it was the Colombian CBDC. No.
Hey,
Okay. Sorry.
Could be. And what's
Maybe
the McRib? The McRib is the bull market because it's seasonal. You never not quite know when it's going to end. And when it comes, man, you're going to get one if you can.
All right. I like that.
Clever,
And if you
clever.
like a McRib, please hit that like button. I personally never had one. I don't even know what the fuss is about. I know I didn't like that congealed meat in elementary school, so stayed away. But Ben, you've warned people for a long time to not sleep on Ethereum. I kind of remember a famous costume you wore, around February that we all enjoyed. Maybe you wore it a little bit later, but due to the 14th, of course, we don't talk about that date anymore. But many problems are, due to its rapid growth and success. It's people say, I don't go there anymore. No one goes there anymore. It's too crowded. But obviously, people are using it. So what can these other blockchains, what kind of lessons can they take from Ethereum's success? What can Cardano learn? What can Solana learn?
I think and I think really, if you talk about crypto influencers over the last year, I'd say probably the same thing. We're all continuing to learn. We don't know as much as we think that we know. The longer you're in something, the bigger of an expert you become. Really becoming an expert is realizing what you don't know, how much out there, there is to not know. And that's the same thing here, right? Like with the Cardano developers, with the Solana developers, this was not on their radar. Solana wasn't thinking when they were getting ready to launch to mainnet, they weren't thinking like, oh, you know what? I bet we're going to have to pause our blockchain several times. No. They're saying, oh my gosh, we've got this incredibly fast, transactions and per second. We've got all this output. We've got great people on the team. We've got great developers, good community. This is going to be easy. We're just going to, run this blockchain. We'll crush Ethereum that's been around for so long. Look at all the problems Ethereum has. The problems from Ethereum that have risen from Ethereum are because it has so many users. The users dwarf everything else out there when it comes to DeFi protocols, NFTs, games, the whole thing right now. Used to, Ethereum was the only show in town. Now it does have some competitors, but it's not going to be as easy as they thought it was going to be. It doesn't matter. And I think, Cardano proves this. It doesn't matter how long you have to prepare. You're not going to know what you don't know until you put your chain out there and until people are using it. There will be more issues arise from Cardano. There will be more issues arise from Solana that they haven't seen yet because the Cardano chain's barely been tested because of some NFT drops and some DEXs. Just wait, a year down the road, how much more intense the congestion is going to be. And so they're seeing that even as well as they designed everything, there are some problems. Solana is meeting that, the lesson the hard way. And it's also backing down off a historic price run, made it one of the biggest gainers of the entire bull run. So now as prices are dropping and falling, you're getting a lot of this negativity out, which you got to wonder if this means that, maybe even if we get another run for all of these coins and for Bitcoin, maybe Solana's best run is behind it.
All right. Well, speaking of things dropping out and falling, let's take it to Jayson Capser here. Solana, has been taking a little bit of a beating. A lot of things are flat. Solana's down a little bit right now. It's been down for about over 72 hours at one point, multiple outages over the past few months. Would you say, possibly Solana, the devs, are they in over their head? And, should we worry about the price action with this coin, even though, there is big money backing it?
Yeah, I will say that I don't really specialize in, looking into the Solana blockchain and the specifics about it. But I will say that as a trader, I love trading Solana. I've actually stopped day trading Ethereum, and I started trading Solana instead because it's been respecting levels really, really well. And it's been really nice trading it. And even when it goes down, I noticed it doesn't really affect the price action too much. I mean, yeah, I'm in a super long short on it from, I think like $198, but I've been scalping it and day trading it, and it's been really nice. So if you're a trader out there, I don't know if the fundamentals and if the project falls apart, then I don't know what's going to happen to it. But for right now, it's been really, really nice on a day trading level. So
All right, so great
I
scalp
like
and
it.
day trade coin. I'm gonna let Frankie Candles know about that. He might have to jump into that pool. All right, Blood,
Yeah.
bring it to you. I said we're gonna bring up EOS. Altcoin Daily brought up EOS, so we can't help but see
Yeah,
some similarities.
I don't appreciate them jabs, man. Altcoin Daily.
Oh,
we
are people using EOS?
Absolutely, absolutely. So here's the thing about Solana staking and all that stuff that's going on. I mean, like Ben said, they're in over their heads. They didn't, they're basically dying from their own success, right? And so you really don't know what a blockchain is going to do until you get real world applications and bots and all those types of things really attacking it. And EOS went through that many years ago. People don't realize that, or it wasn't really covered, but EOS had a bot attack that really froze up the network for a couple of months, but we got through it. It's anti-fragile. It's been proven that EOS and other EOS IO chains can handle this throughput. You look at Wax as an EOS IO chain. You look at Telos, they're doing great work over there with their EVM. I mean, these are blockchains, in my opinion. That open source code EOS IO is a superior chain, and it will have its time. I mean, EOS is definitely in a transitioning period. We've broken away from the block one, and we're doing our own thing now. So the DAO is taking over the direction of the chain, and that's exciting to me. So I think there's a lot of upside with EOS here on the next bull run. It won't happen without Bitcoin taking that next leg up.
All right, do you see any similarities between Solana and EOS? Would you say, maybe it's Solana might cool off until the next run up? Is there anything kind of correlating there? As far as networks down, the growing pains, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, no, EOS has had a great uptime, man. It's not having, you can't compare EOS and Solana. They're not even in the same category. So we've never had a full blockchain stop, so no, two different categories. And I think definitely EOS is superior for sure.
All right. Solana, you heard it straight from CryptoBlood. Get that EOS out your mouth. Don't even mention it in the same breath as crypto. All right. Well, that is all we got time for today. And it looks like Altcoin Daily took it there at the end with his it was poetry. It was poetry that he gave us. So it was up there with Helen Keller. So Altcoin, we're going to bring it to you. Please leave us with some parting thoughts.
First off, huge respect for CryptoBlood. Appreciate you dropping that wisdom on EOS. Second off, there will be a crypto meetup here in Santa Monica, California, with myself, Bitboy Crypto, nice. Crypto Wendy O, all of us. That's Thursday, the 10th of this month. Be there, fun hangout. And third, stay safe.
Stay safe, everyone, especially with your seed phrase. And that is all we got time for today, Bit Squad. Until next time, easy out.